When our last episode was switched off in utter disgust by over 37 million anxious viewers, those two wrongs, Boris and Natasha, were proving they couldn't make a right bad idea.
Think, darling, think. There must be something really rotten we can do today.
I'm thinking. But the worst I come up with is helping to make Moose and Squirrel show 1 hour longer.
Oh, just like you, darling. Always trying to help others get a little more pain out of life.
Then suddenly a thought struck him like a 20,000-volt charge.
Boris, you have great idea.
No, but I have defective cord on electric pencil sharpener.
I have it, darling. A contest. I like being evil because in 25 words or less.
I like it.
And so the twisted and foul contest found its way to people in every walk of life.
Hey, Gurney, my lunch is wrapped here in a paper telling about that evil contest. You figuring to enter? Gurney always was one to try a thing out first before he'd send it in.
I hate to do this, but I've entered that contest.
Help yourself. I'm entering, too, so I've been selling fake jewelry all week. The wife's home with the real stuff.
So by the time you find this note, Fred, I will be gone with a swag and maybe first prize in the contest.
The contest was racing across the country like wildfire.
Oh, it's gratifying to know there's still some bad left in the world.
True enough, to enter a contest this vile, one would have to be a pretty low, contemptible, loathsome type.
You left out naughty.
A loathsome and naughty type, or just plain stupid.
Hold up a minute, Rock. I gotta mail this contest entry blank in.
Bullwinkle, you mean you entered that Why I Like Evil contest?
Evil? I thought it said Weevil.
Well, why should you like a weevil?
Because I had distributing rights on them for 2 years. I almost made a fortune.
Almost made a fortune. Well, what happened, Bullwinkle?
They had cotton all over him. It drove the prices down.
And as sure as the post office department sells 4-cent stamps commemorating the birth of Raymond Navarro, Bullwinkle had come up with a winning entry in Boris's despicable contest.
Listen to this. I like evil because I have complete distributing rights for it in Moosylvania. That's it. First prize.
Back at the post office.
Bullwinkle, do you realize that you mailed a contest blank that says you have the distributing rights on evil someplace?
It's just for Moosylvania.
Moosylvania? What's that?
What's that? I wish I could remember.
If only Bullwinkle could remember. Moosylvania was and is a small land adjacent to the United States, populated by absolutely no one. 0 people, 0 production, 0 space development, 0 everything. But on the other hand, no taxes, no laws, no traffic, no extradition treaties, and no late shows that feature Johnny Downs and Richard Dix as 2 men lost over a Pacific island.
I have it.
You have what, Bullwinkle?
I have Moosylvania. I just remembered. It's been handed down in my family. I'm governor, superintendent, owner, and cleanup janitor.
But at that very second that Bullwinkle was delivering those staggeringly funny lines, the contest first prize was speeding its way toward him.
What did you send, Boris Sweetovich?
A complete set of the Encyclopedia Badenoch. And when you open volume 7, Mastodon through Muskox.
Which includes Moosylvania.
And also 237 kilotons of TNT.
Package for Bullwinkle J. Moose.
Oh, goody. I'll bet it's those Billy Sol seed kits I ordered from the Department of Agriculture.
Oh, what can happen in our next nerve-pulsating episode? Blast off Speedia with Encyclopedia, or Off to Heaven with Volume 7.
And now...
Hey, Rocky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my hat.
Again?
Buckle up my sleeve. Presto! Ooh, don't know my own strength.
Now here's something we hope you'll really like.
Well, Pop, how do you like it?
I think it's great, son. What is it?
You mean you don't recognize it?
In a word, no. In 2 words, no.
Well, I'm surprised you don't recognize a Terwilliger fly-snapping claptrapper.
Oh, my, I'm surprised you can even say it. Just what is a Terwilliger, whatever it is you said?
Well, it's an invention for killing flies. You see that pie?
Uh-huh.
Well, all a fly has to do is land on it. See, that's when you pull this lever. That starts a chain reaction, and eventually the boxing glove clobbers the fly on the pie. Hey, there's one now. Watch closely, Pop. It needs a little work.
Junior, how many times have I told you anything that's worth doing is worth doing well? Which doesn't remind me of a fable, but I'll tell you one anyway. This is the story of the cat and 15 mice. Once there were 15 mice who lived in an old shoe. Not only did they live in the old shoe, but they ate there, worked there, and even voted there. The reason for this was that the immediate neighborhood was the winter playground of a particularly tough tomcat. Like all tomcats, or Harry and Dick cats for that matter, he was on an eternal prowl for mice. And sooner or later, he would get around to investigating the old shoe.
All right, you guys heard what Aesop just said. One of these days, that cat is gonna walk in here and...
Don't say it. You know I got a weak stomach.
All mice has got weak stomachs. It's part of our heritage. But we ain't got weak heads, except for Mo here. Now, I propose we move.
To Disneyland.
That's no good. Cousin Mickey's got that spot sewed up.
Where else can we go?
Hey, how about the old lighthouse?
The decision was unanimous, and that afternoon, the 15 mice looked their new house over.
Well, men, this is it. Home.
Hey, this is the cat's pop.
The first thing they did, being fastidious mice, was to sweep the lighthouse from top to bottom. However, this took them so long that they were only halfway through when daylight waned.
You hear what Aesop just said? He said the daylight's waned.
So, let it wane. Find a lamp and turn it on.
The lamp Mo turned on was a bright one.
Must be one of those 60-watt bulbs.
Although the light benefited the mice, it did just the opposite for the cat, who was desperately attempting to catnap on shore.
You can't even get 40 winks around here without some joker leaving his flashlight burning. I'll give him what for I will. Must have rained last night.
Like most cats in my fables, this one also had an overabundance of cunning.
You're darn right I have. I know there are 15 mice out there in that lighthouse.
Alas, his plan to sneak up on them in the dark didn't work, for without warning, the lighthouse beacon suddenly fell on the road.
Huh? They'll spot me for sure. Oh, well, it don't matter.
Grabbing a battle axe, he stepped onto the beam and marched upward toward his target. Meanwhile, inside the target, the mice had decided to call it a day.
Turn the lamp off, Mo.
The following day, the 15 mice picked up where they left off, and so did the cat.
There's more than one way for a cat to skin a mouse.
Look, Manny, a shipwrecked sailor.
That ain't no shipwreck sailor.
Florence Chadwick?
That is a shipwrecked cat. Give him a hand.
Atta way to go, cat baby! Atta way to do it!
Not that kind of a hand. Throw him a rope.
It was a rope, all right, with an anvil attached.
Is he all right?
Sure, he's all right. He just got a little concussion is all.
Hey, where am I?
You are at the lighthouse.
That was all the cat had to hear. Overjoyed at the prospect of a 15-course dinner, he took off in hot pursuit to hop, but those mice were fast, and they knew the interior of the lighthouse like the back of their paws. For 1 solid hour, that cat chased in vain. That is, until he spotted Mo standing before a door labeled Delivery Room.
Aha! Gotcha!
Congratulations, Pussy.
For what?
You were the proud father of a 2-pound sassy kitten. Have a cigar.
What do you know about that? What a surprise.
A bigger one followed. Well, sir, that tomcat had it. He wasted little time in leaving that neighborhood. What's more, so did every cat that ever came near the lighthouse. And to make it worse, those mice came ashore and set up pieces of chrome all over. And at night, the beacon would reflect all over the place and drive the cats wild. So you see, Junior, anything that's worth doing is worth doing well. But as usual, I suppose you have a moral of your own?
I sure do. You think you can stomach it?
Well, try me.
Chrome wasn't built in a day.
Chrome would...
In our last episode, Boris Badenov and his equally vicious friend Natasha had found the perfect way to acquire a lifetime supply of fiendishly tricky ideas.
A contest. I like evil because in 25 words or less.
It could be even bigger than the Sonny Tufts for President movement.
And it was. Entries poured in from every corner of the world.
Merle, don't you think as astronauts we ought to tell them the Earth ain't round? It's got corners?
Shucks, Otis, lying to him might be a way to win that evil contest.
Shifty people everywhere responded than 25 words or less, shifty, or those whose cerebral functions respond conversely to the impulse transitions normally required for a motory reflex action, or in other words, stupid.
Well, I've mailed my contest blank.
Bullwinkle, you've entered the evil contest.
Oh, I thought it was Weevil.
And you guessed it, Bullwinkle has been judged first prize winner. And the first prize was a complete set of the Encyclopedia Badanov, designed to eradicate Bullwinkle and Rocky.
When they turn to Volume 7, Mastodon through Muskox.
Moosylvania will be a boomtown.
Mastodon, Macedonia, mulching. It's here someplace.
Now, darling, he is turned to Moosylvania.
Monocle, mother. Here it is, Rock. Moosylvania.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Says here, Moosylvania, although eminently qualified for statehood in the U.S., has never made the grade. Huh, wonder why.
If the flash lasts this long, the boom will be a Lulu.
No flash and no boom boom Lulu, Boris.
And Bullwinkle read on about the tragically narrow misses Moosylvania had in its fight for statehood.
Then it is agreed, gentlemen, that the 13 original colonies shall join with Moosylvania and become the 14 United States of America.
Hey, hold it. When you bring a job to the Betsy Ross Flag Manufacturing Company, there ain't no alterations included. Now, if you want 14 stars instead of 13, that comes extra.
Yes, Moosylvania was the first victim of government's fight against deficit spending. Over and over again, Moosylvania had narrowly missed statehood. And as Bullwinkle read on, tears formed in his sympathetic eyes.
Golly, Bullwinkle, why are you crying?
Well, Rock, it's because...
Hello, Moose and Squirrel, first place contest winners. You sure you're reading about Moosylvania?
Nope, that's why I was crying. 'Cause I can't read, and I was running out of stuff I'd memorized.
Look, Moose, you got the wrong book. Eureka through Glafny.
Show him, wonderful twisted genius.
See? Mastodon, Macedonia, mulching.
Boris, no.
Moosylvania.
But seconds before the dreadful explosion, Rocky and Bullwinkle had slipped away to catch the 526 for Washington, D.C., where they were about to launch a gigantic campaign.
Statehood for Moosylvania, Rock. Just think.
Golly, Bullwinkle, just like Hawaii and Alaska.
Gee whiz, Rock, they trying to get it too?
But as the train flashed on, Boris Badanov was no longer idle.
Boris, the moose and squirrel, they left on train for Washington.
Is all part of prearranged master plan.
How despicably clever of you, darling. You mean train is...
Exactly. Headed for fake Washington, D.C. is really Butte, Montana, completely disguised to look like capital of U.S.
What unspeakably twisted scheme does Boris have in mind? We'll find out in our next episode called Resign Your Fate to a 52nd State or Moosylvania Mania.
And now, here's that master of the cinematic arts, Mr. Know-It-All.
Cinematic arts nothing. This is about the movies. Today our subject is how to direct temperamental movie stars. And our first example is a child star, little Muriel Merkel.
I's a bad girl, I is.
I am the only director in Hollywood who can make Muriel laugh. All right, little Muriel, the Colonel has come home from the war. Let's have a big laugh. A nice big laugh for America, Muriel. See, I really have a way with her. Next, we have Hoot Mix, a real He-Man who never lets a stuntman do any of his hard scenes. Okay, Hoot, let's see you fight with the dummy.
Anything you saying, boss?
Cut! That was very good, Hoot. Oh! Hey, that's not in the script.
I know, I'm just ad-libbing.
Next, we have handsome Zip Farnsworth, the most temperamental man in the industry.
Yeah!
But I am so good, I have even persuaded him to do a soap commercial. Ready? Action! Okay, Zip, what is it you do with the soap of Hollywood stars?
That's what I do with it, Buster.
Thank you, Zip. And good night from... Hollywood.
When our last marrow-freezing episode reached its nearly unbearable climax, our two principals, Rocky and Bullwinkle, were hurtling purposefully toward what they thought was Washington, D.C.
Now, let's see, Rock. What were we going to do in Washington?
Gosh, Bullwinkle, Bullwinkle, you forgot already? We're going to file for statehood for Moosylvania.
Oh, that's right. That way Moosylvania can set an example for Texas.
But what Bullwinkle and Rocky didn't know was that they were streaming straight for Butte, Montana, which had been cleverly disguised as our nation's capital by no one else than Boris Badenov and his femme fatality, Natasha.
Wait till Moose and Squirrel see authentic, artificial, simulated fake capital.
But, darling, why you do this?
If Moosylvania becomes a real state in real Washington, we lose chance for distribution rights for evil.
It's clear, Boris, precious monster, but why you put Frankenstein on top of Capitol Dome?
And while Boris erected the sham Washington, D.C. as a part of a truly sinister scheme, the citizens of Butte, Montana scarcely took notice.
Hey, Merle, some nut come a-running in here and asked me if I'd wear the Supreme Court robe.
I know, Selwyn. I used to just want to hit you in the mouth. Now I want to impeach you.
The nerve of that feller, Mother, bending our antenna like that. Now Channel 4 don't get nothing but the presidential press conferences.
Don't move, Dad. He told me I was the new curator of the Smithsonian, and now I'm putting you on display with that old typewriter.
At that identical moment, Rocky and Bullwinkle were nearing their mistaken destination.
Gee, Bullwinkle, our nation's capital off there in the distance. Doesn't it give you a special feeling?
Yeah, Rock. Almost like the feeling I got first time I saw Butte, Montana.
Yeah, just look at that gold dome.
Funny, I thought Frankenstein was green.
And as Rocky and Bullwinkle pulled into the station, a familiar voice could be heard behind an impenetrable disguise.
Hey, Moose and Squirrel, give you a nice tour of Capitol.
That voice! Where have I heard that voice before?
In about 324 other episodes. But I don't know who it is either.
Pardon me, Mr. Guide, but we represent Moosylvania, and we'd like you to take us where we can file for statehood.
How about in here, Rock?
Bullwinkle, that's the wrong building. That's the Bureau of Weights and Measures.
Oh, yeah. I guess that's why I got this card with a picture of Peter Lawford on one side, along with 162 pounds and my fortune.
Here it is, U.S. Capitol. Here's where all mooses and squirrels filed for statehood.
Thanks, mister.
Yeah, and thanks for tying this handkerchief around my eyes, too.
But barely a few yards away, a shadowy figure stood ready to perform an unbelievably treacherous act.
Now, Boris?
You ain't just whistling Dixie, kid. Now.
Hey, wait a minute. You're no guide. And that doesn't look like the Capitol building. Come on, Bullwinkle, let's get out of here.
But it was too late, for no matter how fast they ran, Rocky and Bullwinkle were in the direct path of the falling, phony Capitol.
Rock, you mean the Capitol isn't really made out of 1/4-inch beaver board with plastic clamps?
Run, Bullwinkle!
I thought you only ran in Washington every 4th year.
Run for your life, Bullwinkle!
Sounds like as good a reason as any, Rock.
Faster, Bullwinkle, faster!
What, and get arrested for impersonating a jet?
Phew, Bullwinkle, it's okay. We can stop now.
Do we have to, Rock? I just love to hear the wind whistle through my antlers when I'm doing over 60.
Boris, baby, where did we fail?
And I always try so hard to do the wrong thing. Hey, who cares if Moose and Squirrel not squashed? It's impossible to file for statehood for Moosylvania in Butte, Montana anyway.
So true, my dearest twisted genius.
But was it true?
Look, behind where that artificial capital was. There's the Butte, Montana Lumber Company, and it's fallen, too. What do you say to that, Bullwinkle?
What else, Rock? Timber!
And falling it was, right on Boris Badenov, who had no way of knowing that he had not disguised Butte, Montana as Washington, D.C. It was actually Washington, D.C. that had been rigged up to look like Butte, Montana by a clever pressure group in the pay of the Montana Muskmelon Trust.
Senator, here we decorated this here whole town to look like Butte, Montana. And still you're voting against our muskmelon bill?
Son, I even voted against Medicare, and they wrapped 54 million Band-Aids on the Washington Monument.
Well, anyway, it really was Washington, D.C. And at that very moment, Rocky and Bullwinkle were entering the Capitol building with their petition for statehood for Moosylvania.
This is it, Bullwinkle. Look, they even have a window marked Moosylvania.
Hey, Moose and Squirrel, Moosylvania is explosive issue. Better hurry. Window is closing in 1 minute in honor of Aaron Burr.
Hey, isn't he the one that shot Alexander Hamilton?
That's why the window is closing. I got to warn him to get out of town.
Well, then give him the petition, Bullwinkle.
Okay, Rock, but you better hold this for me.
Thank you, Moose and Squirrel. Now Moosylvania is never having statehood.
Bullwinkle! Bullwinkle, we gave them our petition and they were fake.
Oh, well, at least we still got this little gift that lobbyist from the pressure group gave me.
What pressure group?
I believe he said it was the New Mexico Dynamite and TNT Trust.
Golly, Bullwinkle, this isn't it. This is the petition.
Then you mean...
And once again, Bullwinkle's incredible stupidity had saved the day, for at that very minute, a blinding flash covered the entire metropolitan Washington, D.C. area and parts of Elko, Nevada as well.
Boris, if angle of trajectory is right, we orbit Earth every 7 minutes.
See, I was right. Moosylvania statehood was explosive issue.
Back at the Capitol building, two friendly hands met in congratulations for a momentous event affecting 185 million Americans.
Well, that's it, Bullwinkle. It's filed.
You mean Moosylvania's gonna be a state now, Rock?
That all depends on how many good Americans get behind it, Bullwinkle.
But will Rocky and Bullwinkle be joined in support by people everywhere? Or will the same sinister forces that defeated the Snooky Lanson presidential boom be at work again? Perhaps we'll find out more in further adventures of Rocky Squirrel and Bullwinkle J. Moose.
Hello, poetry lovers. Today's poem is a story of crime in the big city. Tom the Piper's Son. Tom the Piper's Son stole a pig in a way he... Ooh,
Police officer, what do you got in the bag?
it's a sort of a pig.
You got a permit to pack a pig?
Well, no, I...
Better come along with us.
You know it's a felony to pack a pig over a state line?
No!
Pig napping.
But it's a pig in a poem.
What, a pig in a poke, huh?
A poem, pig in a poem.
Pig poem.
Not so pig, just about...
You making fun of the way we talk?
No, but it's catching.
Name.
I'm Tom the Piper's Son.
All right, Piper, son, what were you going to do with the pig?
Well, the poem says the pig was eat, but...
Don't eat it, huh?
No!
On a platter, huh?
No!
Apple in its mouth like that.
Certainly not.
All right, Piper, son, you can go, but don't leave town.
Thanks. Can I have my pig back?
No. Evidence.
Darn.
One more thing, Piper, son.
What's that?
You got an apple on you? Into the northern region of Canada at the close of the 19th century rode Dudley Do-Right of the Mounties, lonely defender of justice and fair play, handsome, brave, daring, and hopelessly lost.
These service station maps are impossible. Can't even fold up the thing. I think I should have turned left at that last tree.
Meanwhile, a short distance away, Snidely Whiplash was up to his favorite pastime, tying women to railroad tracks. He soon had unexpected company.
A Mountie.
Correct. Pardon me, sir, but do you happen to know the way to the Royal Canadian Mountie Camp?
Why, yes, I do. Oh, this pesky knot. Could you give me a hand, or rather finger?
Always willing to help a citizen in need. There.
Dudley Do-Right of the Mounties. Get out of that if you can.
Oh, fudge.
Meanwhile, Nell Fenwick, the beautiful daughter of Inspector Fenwick, was out gathering chestnuts. Suddenly, she stumbled onto the biggest nut of all, Dudley Do-Right.
What, Dudley Do-Right, are you doing with that other woman? I thought you always did right.
I was doing right, Nell. That's how I got in this predicament. But could I tell you about it later? I think there is a train approaching.
And so, Do-Right, there's a fiend running loose in northern Canada.
A fiend, Inspector?
A fiend who goes about Canada tying defenseless women to railroad tracks.
Oh.
I know it must be hard for you to believe, you with your eyes as blue and heart so true. What happened to your finger, Do-Right?
Never mind about my finger, sir. This is far more important than mere flesh wounds. A rope-tying fiend is at large and should be brought in at once.
And so the remorseless man-tracker started on his way. He didn't have far to track.
Here, here. You oughtn't to do a thing like that. Going around tying defenseless people to railroad tracks. It's not the Canadian way.
You think I'm not trying to stop tying? I'm hooked. It's a habit with me now. I swear to you, after I tie up this one defenseless woman, I'm going to swear off, so help me. Could you just put your finger in this knot?
Well, if you think it will help you kick the habit...
Oh, it will, it will.
There.
Yeah.
Curses. Foiled again.
Hey, that's my line.
another woman. He didn't swear off. A man. Confound that whiplash. Nell. Inspector Fenwick. Snidely Whiplash. Snidely Whiplash? Now I wonder.
But Inspector Fenwick did not get his nickname of the Canadian Fox for nothing.
Now, all of you have heard the old proverb, if you give a Snidely enough rope, he'll put his foot in it.
Why, no, Inspector, I don't believe I've heard that proverb.
Don't interrupt, Do-Right. We're going to use deception. We're going to disguise you as Nell.
Me, sir?
With those baby blue eyes, you are unnatural.
True.
What the inspector didn't know was that Snidely, realizing that the heat was on, disguised himself as Nell.
Dudley, where are you?
Nell, you heard your father's plan. Go on back to camp. You'll give the whole thing away. Nell, what are you doing? Nell, this is no time for hijinks.
There, Snidely Whiplash. Caught it last. Oops.
So, Snidely Whiplash, you thought you'd catch the Mounties counter-intelligence napping, eh?
But, Father, I'm not Snidely Whiplash.
And don't think you're fooling me with that crummy falsetto voice. You must think we're pretty stupid at headquarters.
Hey, buddy, don't leave stuff laying around in the tracks, huh?
Trying to confuse me, Whiplash? Well, it won't work. As if I wouldn't know my own daughter and my favorite constable. Inspector Fenwick always gets his man.
Well, Nell, I guess all's well that ends well.
My sentiments exactly, Dudley.
Our story opens today in a really ugly building in the really dreadful little country of Potsylvania, where the Supreme Council is faced with a serious problem.
Gentlemen, the Supreme Council is faced with a serious problem.
We already heard that, Anatole. Go on.
Yes, fearless leader. Well, it seems that our balance of payments analysis shows a marked trend toward deficiency prorating of reserves with a corresponding shift in debit allotment of fiduciaries and soft inventory assets.
Translation?
We're broke.
Broke. But last Tuesday, the treasurer said we had 80 million pazulas.
Ah, but last Tuesday we also had a treasurer.
You mean?
Yes, fearless leader. He took the 80 million and skipped the country.
Oh, that makes me so mad. I'm furious.
About the treasurer stealing the treasury?
No, about I didn't think of it first.
Well, that's how the check bounces, fearless leader.
This problem calls for special care. A high order of intelligence, extreme subtlety and finesse. A brilliant strategy.
And so?
I'll handle it myself. Achtung! Dismissed! Those fools! Little do they know the answer lies just behind this door. And here it is. Potsylvania's answer to Bernard Baruch, the advisor back.
Yes, there on a park bench sat a large black box with a number of flashing lights and a Hamburg hat on top. A Potsylvanian mechanical brain.
Tell me, dear old box, where can we find the money?
The machine whirred and clicked and suddenly deposited a small slip of paper in Fearless Leader's hand.
The United States? But how do we get it? Moosylvania, of course. Oh, advisor back, what would I do without you? Drop dead?
And in a little while, Fearless Leader was closeted with that double-dyed villain, that prince of no-goods, that Schlemiel.
Say the name.
Boris Badenov.
Badenov, you know why I've called you in on this job?
Because I'm trustworthy, loyal, brave, and efficient?
No, because you work cheap.
That too.
Badenov, do you know anything about Moosylvania?
Sure. My uncle came down with a bad case from it just last year.
No, you nitwit. Moosylvania is a spot on the globe.
That's what my uncle came down with, spots on the globe.
Badenov, I want you to watch this television program featuring the moose and the squirrel.
What I do? I didn't do nothing. What I do?
Quiet!
And here on the soggy shores of Moosylvania, we find our heroes Rocky the Flying Squirrel and Bullwinkle Moose.
Boy, what a terrible place.
Only too true. Moosylvania is the wettest, soggiest, dreariest place on earth.
You forgot useless.
Useless, too. Situated directly between the United States and Canada, Moosylvania has the distinction of being constantly fought over by both countries. The U.S. insists it's part of Canada, and Canada insists it's part of the U.S.
But why do we come here on our vacation?
Because after 2 weeks in Moosylvania, any place else in the world seems like heaven.
Well, how does fearless leader plan to use Moosylvania to get money from the United States? And how does Boris fit into all this? And what will Aesop say next? Oh, stop asking questions, loudmouth. The episode's over. Gee, so it is.
Hello again, Peabody. And this, of course, is my boy, Sherman.
Hi. Who are we going back into history to meet today, Mr. Peabody?
I'll give you a little clue. Listen closely.
I've got it. Admiral Byrd.
Wrong, Sherman. Whistler.
You mean Whistler, the famous painter?
Correct. Now, if you will set the Wayback Machine for the year 1872...
Right.
And the place, the home of the famous American painter James Whistler in London, England, we shall be on our way. In an instant, Sherman and I were transported to the side of the great artist where we found him hard at work on his most famous painting.
But, Mr. Peabody, I thought his most famous painting was of his mother.
Whistler's mother. That's quite right, Sherman.
But that's not what he's painting. Look.
Something is amiss here. I beg your pardon, sir. May I ask just what it is you're doing?
I'm painting a picture of my mother's chair.
Well, I can see that, but aren't you overlooking something?
Like what?
Like something in the chair?
Like what?
Like your mother?
Oh, yes, Mother. I tried to paint Mother sitting in the chair, but found that to be impossible. I'm afraid I'll just have to be content to paint her chair.
He can't do that, Mr. Peabody. The painting of Whistler's mother will never be famous without his mother in it.
That, Sherman, is a keen observation. Why, sir, may I ask, is it impossible to paint your mother sitting in the chair?
That's why.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Come along and I'll show you.
We followed him out of the house into the backyard where suddenly and without warning, a most unusual thing happened.
Now I've got you, you rustler, you.
Wait, that's not a rustler, it's Whistler.
Mother, please, we have guests.
Mother? You mean that's Whistler's mother?
How do you do, ma'am? Pleased, I'm sure.
Well, howdy, boys. What brings you around these parts?
I'm afraid that Mother's hobby is the Old West. All she ever thinks about is cowboys.
I've noticed that.
And that's why I can't paint her. I can't get her to sit still long enough.
Come on, fellas. Let's play cowboys and Indians. Yahoo!
See what I mean?
Golly, Mr. Peabody, this is a problem.
Quite, Sherman, but I may have the answer. My first task was to lure Whistler's mother back into the house, which, of course, was really very simple.
Whoa! Which way did they go?
That away.
Good. Follow me.
Forming a posse, we all galloped into the house, where I quickly put the second part of my plan into action.
Boy, that was a keen idea, Mr. Peabody. Now she's as still as can be.
Right, Sherman. Pretending to be astride a horse will keep her perfectly happy. You have already painted the chair, sir. Now simply paint your mother sitting in it.
I'll try.
Hours later, the painting was completed. However, not with the exact results I had expected.
Sorry, but I have to paint it like I see it.
Here she comes again, Mr. Peabody.
Yoo-hoo! Bang, bang!
Have you got any more ideas, Mr. Peabody?
I always have more ideas, Sherman. I shall solve the problem with a contest of speed.
Huh?
Dressing the great artist in a cowboy suit, I once more confronted his mother. Word has it that you are the fastest gun in the West, ma'am. Is that true?
That's right, boy. I'm just like greased lightning.
Do you think you are faster than he is?
Land sakes, yes.
Well, are you fast enough to say, give him a slight edge?
Sure. Just name it.
All right, come with me. Moments later, the stage was set. Well, sitting in your chair with your guns covered by your cloak and shawl is quite an edge. Are you certain you wish to go through with it?
Yep. You just give the word.
Placing Whistler in front of his easel, I carefully removed the gun from its holster and replaced it with his trusty paintbrush. Now all was in readiness, so I gave the signal, go! Realizing that he at last had his dear mother just where he wanted her, and that he had to be fast to capture her on canvas, Whistler whipped out his brush, and in the flick of an eye, he painted her portrait.
Hooray! I did it!
Bang! Shucks, he beat me. Guess I'd better go out and do some more practicing. Giddy up!
Gee, it all worked out just right, Mr. Peabody. And this is the painting Whistler became most famous for.
Yes, but for some years there was much confusion as to just who Whistler's mother was, due to an earlier painting of his. This one, to be exact.
But that's a picture of a horse running through the rain. How could that cause confusion as to who his mother was?
Because of what he called the painting.
Mr. Peabody, you mean?
Yes, Sherman. For you see, he called it Whistler's mother.
Last time, you remember, the Advisor Act told fearless leader that he could replenish the Pottsylvanian treasury by getting money from the United States. And how? The magic word was Moosylvania.
Moosylvania? That's a pest hole, fearless leader. Send me to Devil's Island. Send me to Siberia. Send me to Wilkes-Barre. But not Moosylvania.
Now, Badinov, don't lose your head.
I'm not losing my head.
You will if you don't go to Moosylvania.
What time leaves the next submarine?
And so it was that just a few days later, as Rocky and Bullwinkle were fishing and slapping mosquitoes off the shoreline of Moosylvania, they were hailed by a cheery voice.
Hello, suckers.
What was that?
I said, hello, strangers.
Sounded different the first time.
My, what a magnificent catastrophe you got there. Is it yours?
Moosylvania? You betcha, mister. Been in the family for years.
Pity you don't do something with it.
Such as?
Advertise. You could make Moosylvania the Riviera of the swamps, and I could help you.
Who are you, mister?
Just the head of the biggest advertising agency in all northern Canada is whom.
What advertising agency is that?
Dancer, Prancer, Blitzen, and Fink.
Yeah, I've heard of those first three fellers, but who's Fink?
I'm Fink.
You could say that again, darling.
You mean you could really do something with Moosylvania?
Could I? Boy, I got plans you wouldn't believe it. Sign here.
Right.
Now, wait. What's all this fine print?
Give me that. You want to ruin your sweet little eyes? Now, first thing you do is go ashore on Moosylvania while we taking your picture.
Cajoled by Boris, our friends went ashore while he stayed on his submarine yacht and focused the camera on them.
Fine. Now, the next thing we're doing is taking this big rock and sink your boat.
Hey, wait a minute. Now we're marooned in Moosylvania.
See how it all works out? Well, bye now.
But I thought you were going to make Moosylvania famous.
Just you wait.
And for once in his life, Boris was as good as his word.
Better even.
For he spread the word that Rocky and Bullwinkle were marooned and in need of help.
Extra!
Of course, the nation sprang into emergency action at once. With typical American foresight, 14 tons of surplus wheat germ was rushed by freight car to the swampy area, where it promptly sank from sight. Undaunted, the government began to airlift supplies into Moosylvania. In less than a week, the tiny island was heaped with all kinds of vital emergency rations.
Missy, here's 2,000 gallons of maple syrup,
800 surplus goldfish bowls,
26 obsolete missiles.
32 million units of something.
What?
I don't know. The name got scratched off.
Well, whatever it is, we sure got plenty of it.
Hey, here's a coupon from Dr. Kildare. Good for an emergency appendix operation.
How thoughty.
Yeah, everybody's sure been nice. There's just one thing wrong, Bullwinkle.
Just one? That's a refreshing change. What is it?
All this stuff is pretty heavy.
And?
I'm afraid the whole island of Moosylvania is sinking.
Yes, our friends were up to their knees in trouble.
And water.
Well, let's look on the bright side.
What's that?
The mosquitoes can't bite our ankles anymore.
Bullwinkle, I'm up to my knees in water.
You were expecting champagne?
Hadn't we better leave?
Leave Moosylvania? But, Rocky, I'm the governor.
Oh.
A good governor always goes down with his state.
So?
Natasha, you wouldn't believe it. That idiot Moose is going to drown himself.
And all the supplies too, darling.
Yeah, that's right. All the... Oh, boy. Those are our supplies.
Ours? But we haven't stolen them yet, Boris.
It's only a matter of crime, Natasha.
And if all that loot goes on the water, what will fearless leader say?
He'll say, you go underground, Badinov.
Funny, that's what I thought you'd say, dear old superior.
Bad enough you were supposed to steal all those supplies and send them to Pennsylvania.
But, fearless leader, is not the right time yet.
Bad enough the island is loaded.
I tell you, it's not the right time.
And it's starting to sink.
It's still not the right time.
And if you don't get to work, you will be number one on the liquidation parade.
Now is the right time. Come, Natasha.
Mooring close to the soggy site, Boris and Natasha began swiping supplies and rowing them to their submarine yacht. But fast as they could steal, the island sank still faster. Meanwhile, Rocky was perched atop a 16-ton cement mixer, watching Bullwinkle, who was still determined to go down with his stake.
Yeah, I'm a determined sinker, Rock.
You can say that again.
I don't think I dare.
There must be something I can do for you.
How about a rousing chorus of taps?
Isn't there anything you want?
How about a piece of that bubble gum?
Bullwinkle, that's it.
What's it?
Bubble gum. That's how we'll save Moosylvania.
You putting me on, Rock?
Bubble gum? Boris, what does this mean?
It means Squirrel has finally flipped his goggles. Come, help me with these cartons of butterscotch yogurt.
Meanwhile, Rocky was dumping boxes of bubble gum into the huge cement mixer.
I just wanted one little piece, Rock.
You won't need one, Bullwinkle. Watch.
And the brainy squirrel zoomed to a large tank of surplus helium left over from the Navy blimp school. In a few minutes, he had fastened the tank to the batch of bubble gum and turned on the valve. Instantly, the bubble gum opened into an enormous helium-filled balloon, which Rocky then fastened to a nearby tree root.
I just wanted one little piece, Rock.
Don't you see, Bullwinkle? These balloons will keep Moosylvania from sinking.
True, in just a little while, Rocky had a dozen of these huge balloons swaying in the breeze. Of course, their upward pull countered the weight of the supplies. The island stopped sinking, and Bullwinkle slowly emerged from the swamp.
Ta-da!
Boris, the squirrel has done it again.
You know, I hate to admit it, Natasha, but he's a pretty smart cookie.
Then why are you lighting the fuse on that dynamite?
Because that's the way the cookie crumbles.
And Boris tossed the dynamite right under our hero's furry tail. Don't miss our next bang-up episode, Moosylvania Mishmash, or A State of Confusion.
Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Red who had an exclusive shop in the Hollywoods where she sold riding hoods.
That's why they call me Red Riding Hood. Cute.
One day, a very wealthy customer entered her shop.
Oh, boy. Yes, madam, may I help you?
I should like to buy a wolfskin riding hood.
Wolfskin?
Yes.
Well, perhaps madam would like to try on this match shrew-skin hood.
No, thank you.
This lemming with lemur lining?
No.
Here's the latest thing from Africa. Genuine #1 riding hood.
Now, see here, young lady. I want a wolfskin riding hood. Money is no object. I shall be here at 3 o'clock to pick it up.
My, 3 o'clock. That certainly didn't give Red much time, but she had to get a wolfskin somewhere.
Hello? Give me this city zoo.
What's that? No, sorry, lady. We got no extra wolves at this time. Perhaps if you care to call back next spring?
Meanwhile, not too far away, a mother wolf was calling to her son.
Walter!
Yes, Mama, honey?
I want you to take this basket to Grandma's house right away.
But she was here only yesterday and took a whole basket of stuff.
I know, but she forgot her teeth. Now, you don't want Granny to have to sit over there and gum her goodies, do you?
Good heavens, no! Give me the basket.
Remember now, Walter, you must go through the Hollywoods.
Don't you worry, Mama, honey. I'll be careful.
And with that, the wolf was on his way to Granny's. Time was growing very short when Red looked out of the window and saw the wolf skipping happily up the street.
Oh, what luck! A wolf on the hoof.
And off she dashed to intercept the unsuspecting Walter.
Buddy, you are a wolf, aren't you?
Yeah, isn't that keen? I've been a wolf. Hey, wait a minute. You're Little Red Riding Hood.
Yeah, isn't that keen?
My Mama, honey, warned me about you.
Oh, don't be so touchy. Look, I got a rich customer who'll pay $1,000 for a pelt like yours.
Really?
Sure. So how about selling me your skin? I'll give you 10%.
Well, Now, what's the matter? You crazy or something?
And Walter slipped out of Red's clutches and ran for his life. Red's proposition didn't appeal to him at all.
No. I figure that skin is worth at least 90% right where it is.
Now, there were only 20 minutes left, and Red had to act fast, so she did. A few blocks further on, Walter was stopped by an attractive sign.
Get acquainted offer. Free haircuts. Today only. Well, I don't know how the work is, but the price is right. Give me a flat top. Leave the sideburns and will you skip the conversation?
Okay, I'm gonna do just like you say.
Yeah, that's a pretty cheesy accent you got there.
And now hold still. I don't want to ruin the sleeves.
The sleeves? Hey, you're Red Riding Hood.
Oh, darn, I was hoping you wouldn't notice.
And again, the wolf dashed away in fright.
Come back! All right, I'll give you 30%.
Time was running out fast now. There just had to be a way to catch that wolf off guard, and our only chance of doing that was to beat the wolf to Granny's house. The shortcut the wolf took was really the shortest way to Granny's, but it takes longer because that's the freeway. He was bound to be tied up at the clover leaf for some time. Soon Red arrived at Granny's house, and...
What luck! Nobody home.
She hurried inside, used an old bearskin rug to disguise herself as Granny, hopped into bed, and with only 3 minutes left to go, the wolf approached Granny's house.
Do-de-do-de-do, dee-dee.
But on the way, he had been doing a little thinking.
Why, $1,000 for a wolf skin. I sure could use that kind of money. But where would I get a wolf skin to sell to that rich lady besides my own personal pelt?
Come in.
Hi, Granny, honey. I brought you... Granny, what beautiful big blue eyes you have.
Oh, the better to see you is, my dear.
Granny, what beautiful high-quality fur you have.
Then it struck him. Granny, wolfskin, $1,000.
Oh, come now. Would I sell my own grandmother for a measly $1,000?
I don't know. Would you?
Of course I would.
Wait, what are you doing? You forgot the what big teeth bit.
No time for that now. I'm on my way to become a thousandaire.
And so, shortly after 3 o'clock on that very afternoon, a very satisfied customer was seen leaving the little fur shop in the Hollywood.
It's simply stunning on you, madam.
Oh, thank you. I'll wear it every moment. I'll never take it off.
Shush!
And the wolf? Well, he went into the fur business for himself, and from the looks of things, he was to live happily ever after.
Hello, Mater. Walter here. Could you get hold of Uncle Louis, Sid, Herman, and Al, and meet me on the road to Grandma's in, say, half an hour?
Well, in our last episode, Rocky saved the island of Moosylvania from sinking by using his brainy little head.
And 46 tons of bubble gum.
Same thing.
But an angry Boris lit the fuse on a stick of dynamite and tossed it right at Rocky.
Quick, back to the submarine, Natasha. You don't want to be hit by flying pieces or flying squirrel.
Calling Boris Badenoff. Come in, Badenoff.
Come in, fearless leader booby. You see me toss dynamite at squirrel?
Badenoff, you are an incompetent, stupid, disgusting little nincompoop.
Who's little?
If that dynamite goes off on the island, the balloons will collapse, the island will sink, and there will be nothing left for us to steal but acres and acres of goo.
It's just that she's so tall it makes me look... Acres of what?
Goo! Goo!
Natasha, I think fearless leader is in his second childhood.
Boris, he's talking about what the dynamite will do to those sticky balloons.
Yeah, they're... Oh, boy.
And Boris dashed madly away. In a flash, he returned with a sizzling dynamite, which he deposited neatly in a handy, thin trash barrel.
See, you got to have a cool head and nerves of a thin trash barrel.
Darling, that is not a trash barrel. That is a ventilator on our submarine.
Gee, I could have sworn that was a trash barrel.
Yeah, you're certainly a dumbhead. Me too.
And while Boris sinks slowly in the west, let's travel east and see how our friends are making out.
Well, I guess those balloons will hold till we can send all this stuff back, Bullwinkle.
Send it back?
Sure. Moosylvania's not really a disaster area. It always looks that way.
But how do we send it back?
Easy. Call your friendly neighborhood moving man. Is me, my card.
Van and storage. You're a moving man?
Watch.
Yup, he's moving all right.
And you'll return all this stuff for us? How much?
charge. For you, I do it free from charge.
Free?
Boris, you're not going to take the money?
Natasha, if they pay me to steal from them, I lose my amateur standing.
And so it was a short time later that a makeshift barge loaded with a fantastic amount of surplus goodies was headed out to the open sea.
Moosylvania, here we come.
At that moment, a sinister-looking black submarine surfaced beside them. Out stepped fearless leader himself.
Boris Baby Liebchen.
Liebchen?
When we peddle all this stuff, Moosylvania will be in the black again. You've saved the country.
You mean I'm a hero?
Absolutely. And so I now give you the Moosylvanian Order of the Double Cross. Here, catch.
Boris, look out!
Yes, that tiny ounce of metal was just 1 ounce too many. The added weight began to push the enormous barge underwater.
Oh, come on, not twice in one episode.
Boris, darling, throw the metal overboard.
But fearless leader himself gave that to me.
Fair enough, you're sinking the whole cargo.
What happens if it sinks?
You get shot.
What happens if I throw away the metal?
You get shot.
Well, at least I got a choice. Now let me see.
Well, the old place is back to subnormal, Rock.
Yeah, and we... Hey, was that a shot?
Heck no, Rock.
Well, it sounded like a shot.
Nope.
Then what was it?
That was the end.
By George, he's got it. It is the end. But watch for another episode soon of Rocky and Bullwinkle.
It may be a little hard to find, but don't give up.
We're not.
Continue the fun. Build your very own collection of The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Yes, the spirit of Moosylvania is everywhere and has everyone running, riding, or rocketing to collect all 8. That's right, 8 video volumes.
I see you got yours.
Yes, incredibly, there are 8 volumes in all.
Oh, boy, have you forgotten the plot again?
In a word, you said it.
That's 3 words.
I'm a heavy tipper.
More of Rocky and Bullwinkle's hilarious gang of outrageous comic characters. More of that misguided Dudley Do-Right of the Mounties. More of that dastardly duo Boris and Natasha. And still more of those slightly askew, fractured fairy tales. Yes, for those who grew up watching them, for those who never outgrew them, and for those who are growing to love them, what more could you possibly ask for than Mona Moose? Birth of Bullwinkle, Vincent Van Moose, Blue Moose, Le Grand Moose, Canadian Gothic, Whistler's Moose, and Norman Moosewell. The Adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle. Once you collect one, you'll just have to collect them all.